Hello, this is Julie Hartwig, lead personal trainer at Shawnee in Basehor, Kansas, Snap Fitness. I created this video to assist new yoga practitioners in learning our flow series, Sun Salutations. Sun Salutations are repeated several times in flow style yoga, and learning this series will enhance your yoga experience. Flow yoga means flowing movement with breath. Breathing in and out through the nose always. In our first series, we will do the full expression of the poses on both sides, and we are starting in Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhaling, reaching arms overhead. Exhaling, swan dive. Hands to ground, forward fold. Inhaling, right leg steps back, low lunge. Bringing hands to the ground, stepping left leg back, shifting up into downward facing dog. Shift body forward into plank pose, inhaling. Exhaling, lowering into chaturanga, keeping elbows to our sides. Moving onto the tops of our foot, we inhale and press up into upward facing dog. Moving back onto our toes. Exhaling, lifting up and pressing back into downward facing dog. Stepping right leg forward, low lunge, inhale. Exhaling, taking hands back to the ground, stepping left foot forward into forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, extend arms overhead. And exhale, swan dive down to forward fold. Stepping left leg back, low lunge, inhaling. Exhaling, taking our hands to the ground, right leg steps back, pressing up into downward facing dog. Shifting forward, plank pose, inhale. Lowering elbows to side into chaturanga. Moving to the tops of our feet. Inhale, pressing up, upward facing dog. Moving back onto our toes. Exhale, lifting back, down dog. Stepping left leg forward, low lunge, inhale. Exhaling, hands to the ground, stepping right leg forward, forward fold. Exhale, inhaling, reverse swan dive. Exhale, chair. Inhaling, arms sweep overhead, and exhale back, returning to Tadasana to conclude our first series. In our series 2, we will have some slight modifications that will take you through the ground series on your knees, still using downward dog, but modifying your lunge and plank series. This is great for those working on developing upper body strength, leg strength, or those with some physical limitations. Starting in Tadasana. Inhaling, sweeping arms overhead. Exhaling, swan dive to the ground, forward fold. Inhale, stepping right leg back, taking knee to the ground in low lunge. Inhaling. Exhaling, hands to the ground. Downward facing dog. Inhaling, shifting down onto our knees and forward into modified plank. Exhaling, chaturanga all the way to ground, keeping elbows to sides, shifting onto the tops of our foot. Inhale, cobra. Lowering back down to the ground, turning toes under. Exhale, and lift back into downward facing dog. Inhaling, stepping forward, low lunge, left knee to ground. Exhale, hands come to the ground. Left foot forward, forward fold. Inhaling, reverse swan dive. Exhale, chair. Inhaling, extend arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive to the ground, forward fold. Left leg steps back, low lunge, knee to ground, arms sweeping overhead. Inhaling. Exhaling, take hands to the ground and press up and back into downward facing dog. Shifting forward and down onto our knees into a modified plank. Exhaling, chaturanga all the way to ground, keeping elbows to sides, going onto the tops of our feet. Cobra, inhale. Lowering back to the ground, turning toes under. Exhale and lift back up into downward facing dog. Stepping left leg forward, low lunge, right knee comes to the ground, arms sweeping overhead, inhaling. Exhaling, hands to the ground, stepping forward into forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms sweeping, reaching overhead. Exhale, chair. Inhale, arms reach overhead, and back to Tadasana. And that concludes our second series. In the third series, we extend the modifications to exclude downward dog and continue to stay on knees as we did in the last series. This is great for beginners if you just want a little rest or those with physical limitations. Starting in Tadasana, mountain pose. Remember our breathing, grounding our feet through the four corners of each foot, and reaching through the crown of our head to the sky. Inhaling, reaching arms overhead. Exhaling, swan dive to the ground, forward fold. Inhaling, stepping right leg back and to the ground, low lunge. Exhale, hands come to the ground and left knee comes back to the ground, pressing back onto your calves in extended child's pose. Inhale, shifting forward into modified plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lowering all the way to the ground and going to the tops of our feet. Inhale, cobra. Returning all the way to ground, turning toes under. Exhale, shifting back into extended child's pose. Inhaling, shifting forward and bringing the right leg back to low lunge, left knee stays on the ground. Exhale, hands come to ground. Stepping left leg forward into forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reaching arms overhead. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Stepping left leg back, knee all the way to ground, low lunge. Inhaling, reaching arms overhead. Sweeping arms back to the ground. Take the right knee to the ground and shift back, exhaling into extended child's pose. Inhaling, shifting forward into a modified plank. Exhaling and lowering all the way to the ground, chaturanga. Shifting onto the tops of our feet. Inhale, cobra. Lowering back all the way to the ground. Shifting onto our toes. Exhaling back into extended child's pose. Inhaling, stepping left leg forward, low lunge, reaching arms overhead. Taking hands back to the ground, stepping right foot forward into forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reaching arms overhead. Exhaling, sweeping down to chair pose. Inhaling, arms reach overhead. Exhaling, returning to Tadasana, mountain pose. That concludes our third modified series of our Sun Salutations. Thank you for practicing your yoga with me today. I hope to see you soon in one of my classes at Snap Fitness in Shawnee, Kansas. Learn this series and your yoga experience will be greatly enhanced. And namaste.